today is a more BDSM oriented video, like I said. And I say that, I mean, we're just going to talk about some of the BDSM stuff for me. Not specifically going to do anything BDSM-y in it. Sorry guys, sorry if that was misleading. I mean, come on, it's YouTube. You knew better. You knew better. So, little side, sub side. Little side is obviously more of a cheeky, kind of playful, kind of not really disobedient, but really pushing your buttons and trying your limits kind of person. My sub side is very much obedient. Rarely are you going to get any hassle or trouble from me. Rarely are you going to have any tasks that remain unfinished. Usually it's going to be like over the top done. Like it's going to be done and it's going to have flowers and glitter all over and it's going to be just like perfect. And you're going to be like, wow, this is so amazing. I love you so much. Because that's what my sub-side's goal is to gain all the affection and attention of the master. Our Dom or Alpha or however they like to be called. Very, very, very keen on being obedient as a sub. That's why it takes a lot of effort and a lot of mental status for me to be in subspace. So that's why I'm generally not in subspace. That's why I generally don't pursue relationships as a submissive only. I prefer to be it's funner for me, it's safer for me. I just more comfortable that way, and then I get to do all my favorite activities in little space. So it's a weird kind of opposite but still the same at the base kind of deal. I have been a submissive for a very long time, too long a time, because I started underage, and it's really dangerous. I cannot express to you guys how dangerous it is to be an underage submissive or to be sexually active underage, period. My first Dom was not a very good person. That's being light. He was very abusive. I didn't know, because he introduced me to BDSM. So there was a lot of, I really didn't like being a sub. I didn't like the whole thing in general. There were obviously aspects of it I did enjoy because I continued on and found a better dominant when I was older, you know, and actually of age at that point. But my first Dom was much older than me. He took great advantages of me. I wasn't allowed to say no. I wasn't allowed to tell him I didn't want to do things. I wasn't allowed to, you know, express that I was not comfortable trying certain activities, that I didn't want to be in certain positions. I was not allowed to say no. And it was very scary, and it was very painful physically and mentally, and it was just damaging relationship, very abusive. And it wasn't just like, oh no, I wasn't allowed to not agree to certain activities. It was sexually abusive and it was physically abusive, and it's just a bad thing, and that's not what you want. It's not what anybody wants or deserves, and it's just not. So guys, BDSM is all about safety. It's about being able to express yourself in a safe environment to reach pleasure for both you and your partner. And that even if you are a sub. So you're allowed to say, you know what, I don't like anal. We're not going to do anal. That's a hard limit. You're allowed to have those. Hard limits. Hard limits. I'm going to put it here in big, bold, everything. Hard limits. Okay? It's very important. It's a very important part of BDSM is, you know, understanding what you do and don't like. And you can experiment. You can always experiment. You can find somebody who's interested in experimenting with you and find out where your limits lie. Mine is anal. I don't like it. It's a hard limit. Hard limit! Which is really funny because I like toys. Like, I'll use the plugs and everything. I have tails. I love those. Anal sex is not. It's a no-go. We're not doing that. Goodness gracious. This is gonna be definitely a very adult video, you guys. Don't be underage and on my channel. It's already on the warning, but again, I'm gonna say it right now. Don't be, it's a little late because I already started talking about the sex, but don't be underage on my channel. Get out. So now that we've busted into the hard topics already. So I was not prepared. I'm not prepared. I'm shook at my own video already. Oh God, y'all. So, hey y'all. So, I went off in some weird tangents and I had a lot of dead space, so I'm clipping this in. And as I was rewatching it to figure out where I kind of wanted to start again, I noticed how really bad I looked from back there. Like the spacing and everything, it's not great. And we just moved the apartment around, so I'm still kind of figuring out where to film from and get better angles and things like that. So I want you to be able to really enjoy watching me and not have like some weird space and kind of it was far away, so the volume was kind of weird. It's just, we're gonna work on it, and I might get a separate mic in the future too, and so it'll record better, so I can be in other spaces inside the apartment further away from my phone, because this is what I mainly record with. I use my phone, and then I have some other cameras, but my phone, I really like the quality, and it's easier to edit it because I can edit it directly from my phone versus uploading everything onto my computer and using that editing software. Too much effort. I know you guys. I keep complaining about effort, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do more effort, I'm gonna do more things for you guys. So, where we had left off was kinks, and yeah, it's about to get weird, y'all. Not too weird, because I'm kind of on the light side. I don't have any, like, super crazy kinks, I say, but I'm not gonna say those ones out loud on the camera. Don't want you guys thinking I'm too weird. So, we've already talked about, like, no anal. Nah. Water sports, bathroom stuff, no. I'm not into that. I don't want it done anywhere. If it belongs in a toilet, it does not belong on or near me. I do have a weird fetish that y'all can thank my alpha and my ex-alpha, I'm sorry, I do that all the time. I call him my alpha. Still kind of getting over that kind of situation. We were together for a really long time, but you guys can thank my alpha for that. I like to stick my nose against the penises and balls and sniff. It's just he was really into it, and then I did it for so long, and it's something I do subconsciously, and it weirds guys out. Especially the first time they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I was smelling you. So that is one of those weird ones that I can't control myself now. It's something I do. I don't even know if I necessarily like doing it. I just do it because it made him so happy, and I had to get addicted to making him happy. It made me happy. I don't know. It happens. Sometimes it happens, like when you guys do agree to do something because, you know, it's okay for you, but they definitely like it. It becomes something that you get super excited about. And that's the fun thing about having a good experimental BDSM relationship, where you can, like, really talk to each other and really explore and learn what you both like. And so their kinks become your kinks, and their problems are now your future relationships problems. Like smelling your junk. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, future y'all. Yeah. This is gonna be a fun video. So, let me think about any other kind of like really weird out there ones that I have. We talked about sensory deprivation. I don't remember if that made it into the side or not. Sensory deprivation. Yeah, I'm into that. Like blindfolds, ear muffs, bind them up. Don't let me know what's going on. Heck, if you do it on like a dolly and then move me somewhere and I have no idea where I am, oh my god, yes. But the thing about that, to get to that kind of level of play, you have to have a lot of trust in your relationship with your dominant. in your sub. You know, if you're a dominant and you like sensory deprivation and that's what you want, you have to really have a good relationship with your sub to get that. Because, you know, if there's no trust, then there's no way I'm gonna let you tie me up and dump me somewhere. It's just, and that definitely sensory deprivation is something that I would definitely never ever agree to in little space. It's just, that would be way too scary for me, and for my little self it would be no, that seems way too close to abandonment, and it's too scary, and I don't like not knowing what's going on. It's no. And the crazy thing about me being into sensory deprivation, I don't know why I can't say this, I say it all the time, it's just because I'm on film, is I don't like anything that puts me too far out of control. Like, I don't like suspension. I love being bound, no suspension. I don't like sex in like a pool, or, you know, something where I'd be like free floating. No, there's too much lack of control there. Nothing to, you know, hold, like, some guys like to hold me over the edge of the bed. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Okay, I don't have anything to stabilize myself. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Out of control? No, can't do it. So, I think if there's any other really out there ones. Not that comes to the top of my head. Again, I'm not listing some of the stuff that I'm like really into that that's kind of gonna probably get me arrested one day. Like, sex in public. I mean, everybody's into that though. Like, who isn't into that? But okay, so at the same time, I absolutely cannot stand doing anything kink related, even as in little space, in public. Like, there's certain little things you can get away with doing in public, of course, like, you know, being bratty, and, you know, playing with toys and things like that. Not like toys just anywhere though, like in a toy store, you know, everybody does it. Sometimes you'll see grown-ass men in the adult aisle, like, I mean in the toy aisle, just diddling with the diddling. Maybe you shouldn't have said diddling. Fiddling with like the little keyboards and stuff like that. So there's some like things that you can get away with doing in public, but I definitely don't like, you know, calling my daddy in public. It's not really like, maybe in a private conversation or whatever, but I'm not gonna scream across the store or anything like that. It's just like, and I understand people who want to do things like that, but at the same time, every time you do something that is kink related in a public setting, you're subjecting other people to it, and I find that to be rude and also dangerous, especially if there's children around, because then you're subjecting children to your kinks, and that's terrible. Things like, if I'm doing anything kink related in public, like I have some video clips of me in like something I would normally wear as a submissive, and it's not like it's even that crazy. Like, I'm mostly covered. I'm wearing stockings and stuff too. So anything like, you know, wearing, or, you know, subtle things like this collar first day, or, you know, one of my other ones that are kind of like more decorative, are simple, like super simple, like this one is. I could see myself wearing that in public, but I'm not gonna wear like my whole like super D-ring with the strapped on mouth. What is this word I'm thinking of? Gag or anything like that. I'm not gonna wear that out in public. Come on, y'all. There's gotta be limits. Alright? Gotta be limits. Okay, so I do want to just show you guys. This collar is actually really easy to replicate if you guys ever wanted to wear a simple collar out into the public. And I know it's a little bright, so it might be hard to see, but this is my Poison Ivy button. And all I did was take a ribbon, and this is satin ribbon, but grosgrain ribbon actually works the best. And you put it right there in the center, and then you tie it on. But if you want a little extra fun, it actually has a little ring on it that kind of slips away that you can put a leash on. But I don't recommend, because it is made with using a button, that you pull too hard or like, it's not for actual play, it's just for looks. But the way you do that is, like I said, you put your ribbon on your button, center it in there, and then you take your ring. And this one's just a regular key ring because I just wanted to make it something really cute, but I do have D-rings that I do have done with this before and stuff like that. I just don't have a lot of my stuff with me here. Like I said, everything is in Georgia still, you guys. So, and you just slide it over. I did that completely off camera. So you take your you take your D-ring and you put it both ends of your ribbon in, and you slide it all the way down into your button. And you can use a bigger D-ring. Mine is just like this because it hides behind the button when I'm not have anything attached to it, so it just looks extra discreet. And it goes on. You just tie it in a little bow, and there you go. You have a little collar with the discreet D-ring. And I'm wearing my pirate outfit today. I got all my pirate jewelry in today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on my pirate outfit, and I'm gonna do this video. My skull earrings. These are super cute. These came in a lot smaller than what I was expecting, which I both like and dislike because, you know, the picture is very misleading, but the follow through is much better because I didn't want these giant skulls. But I accidentally ordered these, and by the time I realized I ordered them and went to cancel them, it was just too late to cancel it. So yeah, and like I said, this is not for actual scening. It's our, you know, playtime. It's just more for looks. So if you're out going out somewhere public and stuff like that, like an event or whatever, and you want a little collar to look cute, or you don't have any collars yet, and you want to do something a little bit more extra, then you can make one like this. Okay, so sidetrack. So yeah, a lot of my stuff I don't like to do in like public eye, but I don't mind going to like events that are oriented towards kink or BDSM or anything like that, and showing out. Oh god, do I love to show out. Like every chance I get to show out, I do. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little extra, so I am that bitch that's like walking behind all fours on my behind my dom if I can. If it's yes, please make me do it. Make me, tell me, okay? Tell me on all fours all night. I will do it. Okay, so now that we've discussed that I'm crazy, and that's like, again, my sub side. If you told little me that I had to spend all night on all fours, I'd cry. Like, no, I don't wanna. It's tiresome. It's hard. I want to walk. I want to sit. I want to sleep. God, I'm so crazy. I'm duality like my hair. This side's my little side. This side's my sub side. But they're both like, you know, jewel colors. So I guess they're, again, at the base, they're the same. So, you know, fun things like that. So, let's talk a little bit about my actual doms. We talked about my first one, it was terrible. My second one was very nice. You know, he was really introduced me to what having a real dom was like about. You know, I got to, and it took a lot because I didn't know. Like I said, I was allowed to say no. So sometimes I was doing stuff for him that he wanted me to do, and he'd be like, "Do you even really want to do this? Like, are you okay right now?" I'm like, he's like, "What do you want? That's confusing because I'm nodding your heads both ways." So yeah, I got to really, you know what it was like to be in a real BDSM relationship and all that. And then, you know, like I said, everybody always asks, like, how long have you been a little? I've always been a little. I just didn't know what I was little, and I didn't really understand what the difference was between my little space and my subspace was, because, you know, when I first started being a little, there was not a lot of littles. there was not a lot of people talking about being little, you know? It was like everybody was a kitten and everybody wanted to be a sex cat and all that stuff. And I just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a puppy. I don't want to be a kitten. I want to color all day. Like, what is that? And so I want to color. I always relate everything back to coloring. It's my favorite activity in little space besides playing video games. But coloring. I'm thinking about coloring now. I'm like, oh, I want to use color. Okay. Don't want to make YouTube content. I want to color. Little space is crashing my BDSM video. Damn it. So this is too fun. So it wasn't until a while later that I discovered that I was little, and I actually knew that there was a dom specifically for me, a type of dom for me. And you know, I did get my first daddy dom before I actually knew what little stuff was, which is really weird, but it kind of came about the same time. Like, I got him, and then I discovered, not through him, of course, because I was his first little, and it was his first time being a daddy dom, but he just kind of catered more to my little side than my sub side, so it kind of really weirdly worked out, and now he's a daddy dom, and now I'm a little, and that's just, it worked out crazy. And it was like kind of like right kind of in the middle of a relationship that I actually started seeing more littles pop up and understanding what littles community was and what I was and how it worked and things like that, and that was cool, whatever. And then we kind of we had a weird breakup, but still together, but messy, terrible relationship. We were just, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then I got with Devoit, and I mean, there was some dom activity between Mr. Squeezy, who was my first daddy dom, and Devoit, who was my not really my last one, because okay, anyways, I'll explain that in a second. But Devoit was my alpha, so he was a dom, but he also worked as my daddy dom as well. Like, he worked really well with me. We had a really good relationship. He's the one that I got my smelling activity from. He and I, like, we worked really well together in a sense that, you know, we were able to communicate things we wanted in our BDSM relationship and our daddy little relationship and our, you know, sex life. We didn't really communicate well as a couple or as any other kind of relationship in life. We were together forever, though. Like, forever. And it's mostly me. I was the only reason we were together that long. And I just loved him so much, and I wanted to be with him forever. And I thought I was going to marry him, and we were going to have this life that we just didn't, because he was... God, I just loved that man. He was so stupid. Okay, stupid is not the right word. I mean, I was very, I say it's like it's all his fault. It's really not. I mean, we weren't good for each other. I did act some fucking crazy while we were together too. It's not like he was all bad and I was all good. I was bad too. We had bad parts for each other. But, again, our BDSM sex relationship was on point. So... I love this. I love this conversation. I love this video. We should do this more often. I'm sorry that I took too long to do this. I hope you guys love it too. So now you guys keep hearing me talk about my dom, my alpha, my last one, my first one, whatever. I do have ones in between those. Like, I have maybe like 4 main people that I will talk about. That's the first one that was bad. The second one, Rage, who was good. Mr. Squeezy, Devoit, and of course, Wolfie, my last one. Athena, as he goes by now. I don't know, he keeps changing his name and his personality, whatever. We ain't even gonna talk about him. That's the one I cried about, you guys. That Athena, Wolfie, Zoran, that's the one I cried about. Yeah. God, I loved him too. And like, there's like, okay, so the ones in between those 5, now that we listed them all out, were kind of like really short, really not meaningful, but they were there, kind of guys and ladies. I've had a few mistresses as well, and one mommy, and I did like her, but she like vanished off the face of the earth. And that was really early on into the relationship, so it wasn't that heartbreaking, but it was kind of like, oh, but I really liked you. And then I've had, like, in the beginning, I was switch. I really don't like being switch. I hate it. So I've had some subs as well. I definitely don't like being a mommy. Like, I had one little and I lost my shit. I was not a good mommy, and I don't like it. It's so much work. I am so appreciative of daddies now because of being that mommy one time. And mommies and daddies, I'm sorry. I just mostly have male counterparts because I love penis. Is it really that surprising? But so I don't really have a lot of female counterparts, and it's not like I'm against them. Like I said, I just love penis, so it's kind of harder for me to just live with the vagina. So like I said, there was in-betweens, but the 5 are kind of like the most impactful ones of my life. And of these 5, Devoit was the longest relationship I had, both as a submissive and as like in a relationship wise. And then my current friend, who I really like, and I hope that, you know, eventually, you know, I don't want to say eventually, because honestly, I don't know that I really want to be in another serious relationship, you know, for a long time. In a while didn't fit. For a long time. It's just really hard. I'm a really giving person, as a submissive and as a little. I mean, it just kind of comes with it. You give. You are just such a giving person when you're a submissive of any type. It's just your nature. That's why you're submissive, is because you want to do for another person. And that's why I also refer to myself as bratty, but not a brat, because not all brats, but most brats I know are kind of more of demanding. It's kind, to me, being a brat is kind of like a dominant position under a dominant. You're like the dominant of, like the sub of dominance kind of deal. And so it's just kind of, it's not me. No. But okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about something else. What else did we talk about that kind of goes into the topic? We talked about my kind of kinks, not all of them, but you know, some of the big weird ones, some of the like kind of views on kinks, like mostly just the public one where I'm like, that's rude. Don't be doing that in public. Y'all rude, crazy. And I mean, honestly, if you feel comfortable doing it in public, you know, I guess you do you, but at the same time, you still gotta consider that other people are around you, and I'm a sub. I'm in the BDSM community, but I honestly, if I'm somewhere in public, like shopping, and I hear somebody call their other master around me, it's just kind of like, it makes me uncomfortable. Even though I know, like, it's not a weird thing. I know that it's a acceptable thing. And it just does. Because I'm like, there's a place and time for that. And this is not it. I don't know. You do you, I'll do me. I'll be offended. And you'll be not offended. And you'll be super comfortable and happy. Whatever, I guess. I don't know. Offended is like a weird... Like, I feel like it's a weird way to say offended. Just mostly I'd be put off. Because I feel like when I use the word offended, it means I want to take action. Like, if something really offends me, I want to take action against it. But somebody calling their other master in front of me is not something that's going to be like, oh my god, I need to go over there and have a conversation with them about how... No, I'm just going to think, it's kind of rude. And then go about my business. I'm probably gonna get hate behind that, saying you can't do that in public. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not telling you how to live your life. Like I said, I'm not offended. I'm not gonna go and like search down everybody and say, don't do that in public. How dare you? Don't you know this and that? Now, however, if we're out here like doing the dirty in the middle of the store, I might take my offended ass over there and tell you, y'all need to stop and get the fuck out. Because I would be highly offended about that. But if we're at a nightclub and it's like a kink event and it's like a, hey, sex okay kind of thing, y'all go for it. More power to you. I will be there cheering you on like, yeah, girl, get that. Or boy, or, you know, them or they, or however, whatever is going on. Okay, this is this is gonna be a long, weird video. I don't know if I have anything else to chitty chat right now about. We talked about little. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I covered this yet, but I don't have sex in little space, and I don't say ever because I have. It's just like a really rare occasion for me to do that. I'd rather do it in subspace. It's more comfortable for me to do it in subspace because little space, honestly, for me is I am a little person, and little people don't have sex and don't do sexual things. And I can be cheeky and fresh as a little, but I generally do not have sex in little space. It's weird for me. And I mean, if you do, that's cool, but I don't like it. I say I don't like it, but I've done it before, so obviously somewhere I do like it, but it's just a very rare and certain circumstance. But mostly it's subspace, and trust me, you'd prefer it in subspace because it's a much more exciting and adventurous kind of event. Yeah. God. God, this is such a creepy video. I love it though. I'm having so much fun. And I'm like, I don't want to keep it going, and I'm going to keep doing this, but I don't really know if there's anything else that I want to talk about right now in regards to kind of that. So, I do have, it's very little footage. I didn't shoot a lot. Like I told you guys last week, I was, sorry, I just got a message, and I'm like, who the heck is that? I didn't have my roommate with me, and so I didn't get a lot of filming done, so it's just kind of like me going through the club once through, and then like some random videos of me, because I'm not really dancing, because it's kind of hard to actually dance and record yourself, because you see how my hand's moving right now, y'all get all sick. So, and I didn't want to set up my tripod, because this is really, I did bring it with me. I have a selfie tripod, and I did bring it with me, but it was really, really busy in the club, and so there was people like in every inch of it. Like my first walkthrough video was kind of empty because it was just starting, but like after that, bam, there were people everywhere, and it was kind of hard to just like be in a space and have a camera set up. So I'm not trying to be rude, y'all. So it's not like brag about footage, show you some of my stuff from being out, and it was a really nice event. I really enjoyed it because first of all, like, it's my first one that I've been to here in LA, and so I'm used to going to ones in Atlanta, and the community is kind of active but mostly not, so I have not been to an event yet where I saw like everybody dressed up and everybody wearing like either kink wear or costume or just really looking the setting. Like, these people were into it, and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. And then everybody was dancing and everybody's having a good time. Everybody's so friendly. I got to talk to a lot of people, you know, and you know, I was just having a good time, and you know, it was cool. And I really wanted to trample the dude that was on the floor. You guys are going to see him. I think I recorded him in my walkthrough. I really did. I wanted to walk all over him and have all that fun, but I didn't have anybody to record it, and I kind of got nervous asking people to record me. So I don't know why, because I wouldn't feel that way in like Atlanta. I'd be like just throwing my phone at people like, hey, record this. But here I don't know why. And everybody was so friendly too, so I don't know why. I just because I'm still new to the area, so I don't feel as comfortable in stuff like that, but I'll get over it. And soon you guys are gonna have like random people recording me doing weird shit out and everywhere. So, because I can't think of anything else that I want to include in this video, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for next week yet. That'll come next week, I guess. I can't do any photo sets right now because I fell down some stairs. I don't know if I told you guys that last video, but my legs are kind of all scraped up and yuck. And I broke some of my toenails too, so ooh, my bare feet commissions are out as well for oh goodness for now. And so yeah. At least I didn't get like too injured. I mean, I'm still able to walk around and do my job and stuff like that, so it was nice. But yeah, it was pretty embarrassing at first. Like when I was on my phone too. That's why I fell down the stairs. I walk down the stairs every day. And the same stairs I walk down every day it's almost every day in Santa Monica. And I don't know. I guess I just mentally lost count or something. I was wearing my not normal flip-flops. I was wearing these cheap ones. I think that was part of the problem too, because I think they folded under, and then I thought I was on the last step because I slid. Long explanation, I fell down some stairs, okay? Rearranged the apartment. Lights got, oh, my shirts. That's another thing. So 2 videos back, I was supposed to do a review of my new shirts for my website, and the post person who normally delivers my mail, I guess, was off that day. It was Sunday, by the way. I didn't even know they delivered mail on Sunday here, but they do. And they sent my package back. And understandably, there was no apartment number on my package, but all my packages that come from there have gotten delivered before without apartment numbers on there. So I was kind of livid, alright? Just a little bit. Now, I mean, they sent it back immediately. Like, that day, they decided, okay, we're going to send it. They didn't wait for me to check on Monday to say, oh, okay, I want this re-delivered. No, they sent it back immediately. Kind of, and I know it's not their fault. I know it's just a matter that the address wasn't complete, even though it did have an actual address and it has a place to be. You could just left it up. That's not their problem. So my shirts are on the way back to the factory. Sad days. They'll come back probably in a few more weeks. Hopefully I'll get them back and I can actually do those reviews, because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That's why I'm so mad, because I was so excited to put on my Daddy's Girl one, especially with the gumballs. It's so cute. And my little pout one. Oh, I wanted to wear that. So bad. But good news is they exist. They're just not here. Sorry, you guys. Let me think. Anything else? We talked about me falling downstairs. We talked about my shirts. Rearranged the room. Lights are up. Oh, lights have been up. I just keep bringing it up because there's so many videos where I was like, we're gonna get new lighting, you guys. Oh my god, new lighting. Oh, new lighting. So now we have it, and I want to talk about it just as much. I'm hopefully gonna get able to do live videos on Like soon, which I keep bringing it up because I really love the Like app for one, but for two, because live videos on Like get money. So and not that I don't love, you know, making videos for you guys that don't cost anything. I just also love the idea of maybe earning a little bit of money on Like, just a wee bit. So the only thing about Like, though, however, is it is a PG app. So everything that I discuss there, of course, is going to be children friendly. So yeah, for some reason you're still on my page and you're underage, stop viewing this and you can go to my like page and you can love all that stuff. This, however, not for you, okay? Shame on y'all. Okay, so, I think that's it. I think that's my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's not too weird. It's a weird video. I hope, that we had fun. I hope you enjoyed my ranting as much as I enjoyed ranting. Yeah, that's it. Okay, alright, bye. Bye everybody, bye Clubbies, bye. Oh, I love you guys. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I want subscribers because we're running a contest right now. Not contest, we're running a giveaway right now. I keep saying contest like you guys have to do something to earn the thing. But I guess you kind of do because I gotta get it to 100 subscribers so I can give you guys some stuff. Not all of you guys, one of you guys. One lucky viewer. So, if you guys want to do the giveaway, subscribe. Oh yeah, and hard limits. I don't know why I wanted to say that again, but there it is. Bam, hard limits. And guess what, you guys? It's a Thursday. I'm actually doing my video on a Thursday. Super exciting. I'm gonna hate it by Sunday though. Ain't that always the way with me? But, so, what's up, y'all? Oh, Derek Day. I didn't get to see Derek. It was so sad. I got there so late, and the parking was so hectic. I didn't get to see him perform, but I did get to see him on the Sunday, so, yeah, whatever. I guess it was okay. And, okay, now with that, that's the end. Okay, alright. I love you guys. Like, subscribe. Bye. Bye. Bye.